What's going on, everybody? You made it to another weekend, and we are here and happy to keep you company. Thank you guys for joining us again. Before we get started, don't forget to follow us on the social media scene. You can find us on Twitter at @theblown_save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget, you guys can always reach out to us at theblown_save-podcast@gmail.com or head on over to theblown_save-podcast.com and hit the contact button and send us some messages. It's always fun to read tweets or messages on Instagram or direct messages on there. So we do appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys all for listening to us. Thank you for everybody that's listening to us out there in the world. You know me, and you know I got to bring in my boy. Here we go, my compadre. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, ready to celebrate.
That's right. It's 4th of July weekend, baby. 3-day weekend. Woo woo.
Whoop, whoop.
I haven't had a 3-day weekend.
Teachers are like, what? Yeah.
Whatever. Not all of us are teachers. I don't remember the last time I had a 3-day weekend on a holiday, bro, without getting in trouble.
That's right, huh? Because you changed jobs and everything's different now. Normally it's like when you have to get the big bucks that time, right?
I know. But hey, this fucking is amazing. I love this shit, so I'm good to go.
That's right.
How was your day, sir?
Right.
I know you went golfing. You got a little happy today, huh?
Yeah. Did good in the front nine, did bad in the back nine. Got a little turn up.
It happens, though. I usually like to get turned up when I go golfing. It's usually by the front six, I'm good. It's the back, everything else that I suck. Oh, man, dude. So much to talk about today. They're just because we did that special show last Monday, right? Monday? It was Monday. So it feels like we haven't done the show in a while, but we did do a show last week, guys. I hope you guys listened to it. I didn't post it until the next, I believe Tuesdays when I posted it, and we talked to David McKinnon, who's been tearing it up down at the with the trash.
He has.
So
got his power stroke thanks to us.
There you go. Big shout out to David McKinnon and the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Keep on doing what you're doing. Congratulations to Reed Detmers for getting chosen as the one of the All-Star Futures game. He's going to the All-Stars Futures game, which is pretty dope. Anyways, let's just jump into it, baby. First thing we're talking about today is the Olympics. The Olympics are making some news right now. Sha'Carri Richardson tested positive for THC, one of the chemicals in marijuana, and has received a 1-month or 30-day ban from competing. She will be allowed to run in the 100 meter at the Olympics, but somehow will not be allowed to compete. Will only be allowed to compete in the relays, not in the 100s. Something about this didn't sound right to me. Richardson was a favorite to win the 100. Her suspension started on June 28th. It goes for 30 days, so until the 28th of this month, which is funny because on the 29th they do the 4x100 relay, so she's going to be eligible to be able to go do that, which I think is, kind of funny how they let her do that, but they won't let her do the 100. She spoke out and said that she used marijuana, and she knew she shouldn't have, but she did. She used it after finding out from a reporter, so like just somebody she didn't even know. They asked her how she felt about her biological mother passing away, and she's like, "Do you feel that like she was doing this out of since she was doing this out of competition, should she still be hit with a suspension?"
Spoke out, used it.
So what?
Finding out from a reporter that her biological. She spoke out and used it after finding out. Oh, okay, man, this was thrown out of there. Yeah, I was like, I was kind of confused. Yeah, so I mean, I think that sucks the way they're treating it. But it's funny because I heard all these athletes come out and say they're like, oh, we'll use it for this, we'll use it for that. Well, like everyone's always gonna have a reason of why they use it. So like none of that really matters to me, Yeah. Percy Harvin came out and said, oh, I never played a single game without being high. That he was high every single game he ever played. Again, like to each their own, I guess. It's legal now, right? Like in most states and whatnot. Yeah. It's not a performance enhancing drug. That's what just kind of throws me off.
That's the biggest thing everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that it's not a performance enhancer. It shouldn't be looked at as the same as doing steroids or something like that. And even she came out and said, like, I'm not doing performance enhancing drugs. You will never see like steroids or anything like that tied to my name. Like, I'm all natural and this is who I am and I compete, and I just had one lapse in judgment on what I was gonna do because of what happened. They blindsided her by telling her, hey, your biological mother died. How do you feel? And like, out of nowhere, right? It's like, who does that? First off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, and how do you not know? I mean, how does someone else find out before you, though? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that's really interesting.
She had a very estranged relationship with her biological mother. Because they keep referring to her as that. So I'm thinking that either her biological mother just put her up for adoption, or I don't know the whole story. Maybe you guys at home know this part, but she keeps saying her biological mother. So to me, I don't say my biological mom. I say my mom or my dad. So I think maybe she was adopted or she was raised in the foster care system or something, and that's why she refers to her as that, because she had an estranged relationship with her. But still, that's still your mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Estranged relationship or not, or whatever. Like, you're still gonna feel something. You know?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, really strange, pero I mean, que le vale, you know, if it's estranged like that, you know, like,
Yeah.
Okay, so are you a stranger or are you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have both. Be like, oh man, I'm super sad. Oh, I've never seen her since I was born.
True.
Which one is it? You know, like, I'm cool with it, but when you sit on the fence, it's kind of hard to really have empathy for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Right on.
But I mean, in terms of like the whole performance enhancing, I think that's silly for them to penalize her for that, you know, and I think sports needs to figure something out with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think maybe because in Tokyo it's not legal just yet, and they're going to be in Tokyo, maybe that's why it was like a punishment because of that?
There's another here. Oh, sorry, I got like little moths that kind of got in here. And
so what do you think?
Check it. That's a good question. I think it has more to do with the USA, right? Like the whole setup that they have going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with everything that's going on, so it's hard for me to comment on that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with with Tokyo in particular. I think it has more to do with like just the guidelines for the USA Olympics and stuff like that, you know?
I got you.
Personally, I think. I could be wrong.
Well, we'll have to see what happens in the next few weeks, and hopefully she wins gold in the 4x100. She was blazing fast. I saw one of her qualifiers, and it wasn't even close, man. So I feel bad for her, but, you know, she'll be ready to go for the next set of Olympics, and she knows now what not to do, so... hopefully she stays away from that stuff and gets ready to compete. Moving on to the NBA, the finals have been set. The Phoenix Suns are set to face the Milwaukee Bucks starting July 8th. CP3 is finally getting his chance to get a ring. The Suns have not been to the NBA Finals since 1993 when the Suns played the Bulls, to which we all know how that ended. John Paxson hit that game-winning three-pointer to send the Suns packing home. The Bucks, however, have not been to the finals since, and I was thinking about this in my lifetime, bro, over 40 years. I don't remember the Bucks ever being in the finals, to which I was right. They have not been to the finals since 1974. Both teams are finally breaking their franchise drought. In their last game to beat the Hawks, 4 Bucks players had more than 20 points each. Actually, more than 22 points each, but the way they reported it was more than 20 points. It was truly a team effort to win the game. CP3 said that every great player gets that last chance before they drift off into the sunset. Will this be the year that the Suns get that elusive ring, or will the Bucks bring a little bling to their blue-collar city? What do you think?
Well, I'm cheering for Phoenix. You know, I like the West Coast teams as much as possible. I really hope that that Chris Paul gets one. he's an annoying little pest. You know, he always does stuff to really irk people, and he does irk me too. But I also think he's a really good player. You know what I'm saying?
No se le quita. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. You may not like him personally or some of the stupid shit he does, but at the end of the day, he's an elite player.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and I'd like to see him get one. I also think he's kind of in line to get one because of the injuries that are happening, man. They're the only healthy team, like completely healthy. Like they don't have any major player hurting over there. The Bucks lost Giannis, so they lost him. The Clippers had lost. Well, they're done now too. But Kawhi was out, you know. Yeah. And the Hawks. I think the Hawks are going to be. If the Hawks get in there, I think the Hawks are going to contend too, because they're pretty healthy. I know what's the name. Trae Young's been a little hurt under the weather or whatever with like a calf strain, I think it was. But still, I think he'll be ready to roll if they make the finals. You know.
Right on. So, who do you think's going to take it? I mean, okay, so I know you're rooting for the Suns, but we got the Bucks or the Suns. If you had to put money on it, forget who you're rooting for. If you had to put money on it, who do you think's going to go? You think the Suns take it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The healthiest team's definitely going to be the contender, the one that takes it, I think. Right
on. You know who else is going to the NBA Finals?
I don't know who.
Larry Fitzgerald. That's who. The Arizona wide receiver bought a stake in the Phoenix Suns last year and is excited to see the team going to the finals. He actually posted a video on his Instagram. I think it was his Instagram or Twitter. And he was all excited when they won the chance to go to the finals. He's going to get his ring finally. He's going to get a ring, some sort, from an ownership standpoint. So congratulations, Larry Fitzgerald. You're one step closer. Let's see here. NFL. Let's jump into the NFL. We haven't really talked about them, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Teams are saying right now that there is no trade market right now for Aaron Rodgers, and he most likely will not opt out of his contract. However, the team's GM is still adamant that they are not going to trade Rodgers and that the team is committed to resolving things with the 36-year-old MVP quarterback. Rodgers, however, stated adamantly that he will not return to the team under the current stewardship of said GM Brian Gutekunst, whatever. With the extended holdout or retirement among his options, Rodgers is under contract through 2023 as part of that 4-year, $134 million deal that was made. Do you think, what's going to happen here, dude? Is Rodgers going to show up? Is Rodgers going to say no? Is he going to force their hand, or what do you think is going to happen? Because he's already missed OTAs twice.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to show up. I don't think he's going to force someone's hand, and they're going to have to trade him, and they're probably not going to get much,
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the Packers, Davante Adams is expected to discuss a massive deal with the team to make him the league's highest paid wide receiver. Currently, DeAndre Hopkins is sitting at the top of the heap with an annual salary of $27 million a year. I mean, what good is getting a huge contract if you got no one to throw him the ball? I guess money talks and bullshit walks, right? I mean, other reports point that the upcoming free agent said, he said that he may be a Packer right now, but he would be a dream to be able to go play with his college quarterback, Derek Carr, to go play with the Raiders. What do you think about that?
That's kind of interesting, though.
Yeah. Gruden, I'm sure Gruden would eat that shit up.
So he's trying to get out of there, too?
Well, so there's two different rumor mills going on right now. One, that the Packers and him are on the cusp of signing a huge contract extension, right? Massive, like making him the highest paid wide receiver in the league. Other reports are saying he's a Packer right now, and he's gonna go give his all for the Packers. But as soon as his contract's up, he wouldn't be opposed to being able to go play with his quarterback that he played in college with, which is Derek Carr and the Raiders.
So then yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to come down to Rodgers. If Rodgers is still there with the team, then that dude stays. If he's not, then he's out, right? I mean, why would you stay?
Do you think he waits till the end of the season, till his contract is up, or do you think he signs the extension beforehand?
Well, I would wait, wouldn't you?
I would. I got to see if Rodgers is going to be there. If Rodgers is there, let's do it. If not, then I'm out.
Right.
Not saying nothing,
Yeah,
not taking anything away from Jordan Love, but he's untested, he's unproven. You know, you'd rather go with Rodgers.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure. That's the way I see it. Yeah, man. Yeah,
let me ask you this: would you rather have your second contract be massive, or have the opportunity to play in a Super Bowl with the latter being an unknown?
Ooh, that's a good question, man.
Tons of money, tons of fucking, like they're gonna pay you Mahomes type of money, right? But you may never.
If it's Mahomes money, then I'm taking Mahomes.
But you may
money,
never
dude.
get a chance to go play the Super Bowl.
I think I'd be all right with that. With Mahomes money, you know.
But
a lot of these dudes, they force their way out anyways. They sign the big contracts, then they're like, oh, I'm not gonna pay for you no more, and you better trade me. Because then they already have all the money that they want, then they find a way to get themselves traded, you know?
Right. They hold out and make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I think something like that's going to happen.
What if it wasn't Mahomes money? What if it was like Kelsey money?
I don't know what Kelsey's money looks like.
He's the highest paid tight end, but I think it's only like $27 million a year.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
For sure shot at the Super Bowl or money?
Oh, for sure. Probably, yeah. But, I mean, you're going to get paid even at for sure shot at the Super Bowl, you know?
But you're just not going to make that.
That's why it's like, right. Yeah, he's not going to be losing that much, you know?
Hey, you know who's tired and fed up with some bullshit?
What?
Melvin Gordon. He's fed up and tired with his mom, dude. In an interview, Gordon's mom, she's the one that got interviewed, said that he looked slow after watching him play on the TV. Gordon responded, "I'm tired of Coach Saban Jr. No more interviews for her. No more interviews for her."
Funny. That's funny.
So
Did you see?
Good.
Did you see who got in trouble for fucking with OTAs and stuff?
No.
The three big dogs, the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, they got fined.
The 49ers and not so big dog, the fucking Jaguars.
Mm-hmm. They each got a suspension. They lost like a week of OTAs,
too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they the coaches. I know Coach McCarthy got fined $50,000, and then I forget who else got fined, if anybody, on the Cowboys at least. But yeah, I did see that. I was like, what? I didn't know what happened or why, so I didn't want to report on it without knowing exactly what it was. But you brought it up, so
yeah, I didn't see who it was that did that, what happened and stuff like that. But I did see that they were fined and they got in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of getting in trouble, and speaking of moms, right? Gordon wasn't the only player who had gripes with his mama this week. Rashad Weaver was hurt by his mother yesterday, tweeting out, "My mom decided today, on her birthday, to break a 23 years of trust and bond that we have built together by telling me I'm in the NFL now and I need to pay for my own phone bill. I feel betrayed."
That's funny. Yeah, remember when you were 30 years old and your mom was still paying your phone bill, Brent?
That's a lie, motherfucker. I got my own phone bill when I was 26.
That's funny. 26.
I mean, granted, I didn't have a cell phone until I was 26, so it is what it is.
That is funny.
I remember I used to tell everybody when I was in college, I was like, you know what? I don't need a fucking cell phone, guys. It's ridiculous. Leave me a fucking message on my house phone. When I get home, I'll check it. If you're available, then you are. If not, va la chingada entonces, right? And as soon as I got... No, I had my own line. As soon as I got my cell phone, I was like, "Why haven't I had this? What's happening?"
Or have you been all my life?
No, it's the beginning of and then I got a smartphone, so I was able to check my emails and all the other stuff. I was like, "Oh my god! Like this is what everybody's been talking about. What the hell have I been doing?"
Damn.
We're just gonna keep that
interesting,
right? Dak Prescott was present at the Mississippi locker room when the Bulldogs won the College World Series. He was seen He was seen hopping around, high-fiving, fist pumping with the team. Not to take away from the amazing win from the Bulldogs, by the way. Congratulations, guys, on winning the College World Series. But Dak looked nice and healthy, hopping around. Could he have a bounce back year? Possible comeback player of the year candidate? What do you think, Artie?
I guess come back. I mean, looks healthy. Why not? He's not like he was very very good at running. Damn, what this starting early. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean he's got the weapons. Why not comeback player of the year? I don't know. Is he does because he got hurt? Is that automatically makes him comeback player of the year?
I didn't say it automatically made him. I said would it make him a contender, a candidate for it?
I guess I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I mean, he played most of last year, right? Quarter of the season.
No,
I don't know. I really don't know.
He played. Yeah, well, I think he played a quarter of the season. He played like 4 games.
Okay.
Actually, like a sixth of the season.
6? Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if he qualifies in my book as comeback player of the year candidate, but I guess.
Right.
I told you, I think he has a good year. He could be the MVP. He could break some passing yards records, I think.
Right on. I hope. Well, they had the preliminary numbers before the season starts. Who's going to be where, and they have him for most passing touchdowns.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
I can see it too. He
Why
throws
not?
the ball a lot,
Does.
so I could see that happening.
Yeah, I could definitely see it too.
Speaking of my Dallas Cowboys, it was announced that they were chosen for the season of the Hard Knocks. It'll be the 3rd time that they're on the show on HBO, and it's going to be the 20th anniversary of the Emmy Award-winning show. The show will start in August, on August 10th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5 things to look forward to in the show this season. Number 1, Dak will be back. Number 2, will the D be back in Dallas? They're going to drop that D. Zeke back to being a stud, or he's going to be a dud? And number 4, can McCarthy return the boys to prominence? And number 5, fuck it, dude, it's fucking football. I'm excited.
Prominence? What are we talking about? Like the playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs.
Yeah.
You talking about playoffs?
I mean, they play in a whack-ass division. I don't see why they don't win that division.
I don't understand why they don't win it every year. I mean, not every year, but most of the years. I don't understand.
Yeah, most years, they should be 1-and-out every year. Win that division, losing the first round like most years. I don't see why not.
Yeah, there should be no reason why they keep losing the way they do.
I'm very curious to see what happens with Zeke. I think Zeke has a bounce back year too.
I hope so. I hope that with Dak back and they shored up the offensive line and they shored up the defense. That
they shored up everybody, huh?
Everybody they needed. I'm just glad they didn't go pick up more like receivers, or they didn't pick up all kinds of other players that they really didn't need. I'm just glad that they went and got the defense they needed. They picked up a couple more linemen. And then they were like, I'll take that one guy over there and that one guy over there, and we'll call it a day.
That's funny.
NCAA. Have you heard anything about NCAA football or NCAA in general? They're finally allowing the student athletes to make money while playing. A lot of people are on both sides of this, dude. Is it going to be good for the sport? Is it going to cheapen the sport? Some people are saying it has the potential to kill college football as a whole. I mean, we've talked about this before, Artie. There are no minors in football, right? Baseball has the minors. Basketball's got the D League or whatever.
Right.
If any of these student athletes get hurt, they can no longer play. They're only allowed to get drafted unless they play at least, I think it's 2 years in college, right?
Yeah. Yes.
If they got hurt and they lost their scholarship, they wouldn't be able to pay for school. They wouldn't get anything, right? This would allow student athletes to make money while they can play. And some of them in their prime are probably the only time they're going to play because they won't get drafted. They won't move forward with football after this. The schools make millions, if not billions, every year on the backs of these student athletes, and I think it's time for them to get a little piece of the pie. What do you think about that, dude? As a former, I know, junior college athlete, but as a former college athlete, how do you feel about the NCAA or the ruling coming down about NCAA letting these players get that? I believe it's called the NIL, which is the name, image, and likeness money.
I like it. Good for them. I think it's way overdue. What I think is interesting, here's like the fencer that I think is very interesting.
Right.
Is the players are bugging about like, can I get my Heisman back like Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
like, bro, you broke the rules when the rules are still there. You know, it's not like the rules didn't exist like prior to this. You know what I'm saying? They fixed the rules now, but at the time, they you know, the rules were the rules. I don't know, man. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, yeah, dude. I don't really think. Now, some of the things that they were talking about with Reggie Bush, the way they were making him a scapegoat for stuff. Yeah, I agree with that stuff. But he did break the rules when the rules were in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, one of the things, because he did come out and say he wanted his Heisman and his records back, and and the NCAA and the Heisman Trust people were unwilling to return the 2005 trophy and reinstate his records, despite the NIL regulations that just changed. They did announce that Bush had received lavish gifts from 2 fledgling sport marketers, hoping to sign him after he graduated or after he left for the NFL. Those gifts included hotel stays and rent-free home where the Bush family was able to apparently live, and even the suit and the limo that drove him to accept his Heisman Trophy in 2005. So they're saying like, hey, you did this. We know you did this, and this is why you're not getting all the other stuff back. And he said, I never did anything wrong. I didn't take any money. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I mean, as a USC fan now, for the last 5 years, like, it'd be nice for him to get his shit back. But at the same time, I understand he broke the rules, and it is what, if they say no, then no, dude. Like, it just is what it is at that point. If they're going to give back to you, then all right, cool, whatever. They're retrograding that shit back to you and whatnot, but don't whine and complain about it, dude. You got caught doing something wrong. The school got caught doing something wrong. Carroll got caught doing something wrong. That's why he went to the NFL. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, he saw the writing on the wall for sure. That's why.
Oh, Pete Carroll was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he got away with it long enough, and he kind of knew,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Yeah, man. So I think it's great for the athletes now. I think hopefully it cuts back on some of that stuff and opens up the window. But it's still there's always going to be loopholes that people take advantage of anyways, So it's not like this is the end all of this, you know what I'm saying? Like there's always going to be issues, bro. Tell me like one rule that hasn't been like, oh man, this was a great rule, and all of a sudden later you're like, wow, there's a loophole with this rule. You know what I'm saying?
There's always
people are going to find it, and they're going to find a way, and they're going to exploit it,
Yeah. Just follow the fucking rules, guys. Don't try and bring that gray area in, and then don't complain about it when you get caught and you want your stuff back and whatnot. Like Reggie Bush, don't get me wrong, was an amazing athlete and did amazing things not only in college, but he also did it in the NFL. He did it. It doesn't detract from how good he was of a player. It just detracts from him being allowed to have those records and have the Heisman Trophy. That's all it is. I mean, he still played the games. He is who they thought he was. You know what I mean? But because you broke the rules, you don't get these records. You don't get that Heisman. You don't get that recognition that you want, but you're not going to get because you cheated. I mean, you didn't cheat the game. You cheated the system, and the system caught you, and that's why you're not getting these things. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right. You're right, homie.
I love it when he says, I'm right. It's one of those wild and crazy nights where he says I'm right. It's because he's playing MLB The Show 21. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed before we're going to take a quick break here in a second. We are on Twitch now. I did start a Blown Save Twitch page, so make sure you guys go check out the Blown Save Twitch page. We'll be playing some games there. I'll try and get Compadre here to log into that Twitch page when he plays a little bit. That way he can play while you guys hear him talking and stuff like that. And I'm going to be trying to jump on there more often as well. Twitch.tv/The Blown Save. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Compadre, anything before we take a break real quick?
No. I like where this is headed.
All right, yeah, we're gonna get back into some baseball here in a few. So guys, hang tight. Sit back or go grab something to drink real quick. Be right back. Go use the bathroom. We'll be back in a few seconds here. Enjoy these words from our sponsors. right, we are back. I hope you guys got somebody good. I heard the commercial the other day, and I was like, wow, that could have been better. It was for like wood or some shit. I was like, why do we get that one? What the hell? Why can't we get like sports talk radio or like a Seat Geek or something cool like that? Well, we get the other stuff, but we're gonna have some more sponsorships coming up. I know somebody, wink wink, is gonna be opening up a web store, wink wink, and we'll be sponsoring a few of the shows. So we'll be throwing them out there and saying hi. You guys will know when we're talking about when we talk about it. Anywho,
yeah,
time to get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the MLB. Yesterday was one of the greatest days in MLB history. July 1st is a pseudo baseball holiday. It is Bobby Bonilla Day. The Mets have paid this man well after he stopped playing baseball and will continue to pay him every July 1st until 2035. How? Why? You might ask yourself. Well, in 2000, the Mets agreed to buy out the remaining $5.9 million left on his contract. Remember that number, $5.9 million, okay, left on his contract, and agreed to make him annual payments of nearly $1.2 million for 25 years, starting on July 1st, 2011. With the negotiated 8% interest. Bonilla said that the people forget his birthday all the time, but they never forget July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day, when he picks up his check. He said he gets more phone calls, text messages, and emails about July 1st than he does his own birthday. Like, it's ridiculous. But it's funny. The Mets actually finally turned it new management, right, with the Mets. They finally turned it into like, okay, we're going to make it Bobby Bonilla Day. You know what I mean? Right. So they actually, you can rent a suite so you can stay there overnight after a game, stay there the night, and then obviously you got to leave the next day. But they have all kinds of like crazy things going on for Bobby Bonilla Day, which I think finally they're getting that chip off their shoulder and from being like the joke or whatever about it, and they're kind of running with it at this point, which is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I like it. I didn't know that about that, what you just said.
Really?
In terms of like, yeah, about them making it Bobby Bonilla Day official and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, the new GM for the Mets was like, okay, dude, we gotta stop acting like we didn't mess this up. Right. You know what I mean? And let's just kind of roll with it. Let's make some of that money back. So they're doing all kinds of festivities for Bobby Bonilla Day. And coming in the near future, they're talking if it works out really well, they're going to go ahead and just keep that forever. July 1st will always be Bobby Bonilla Day at the Mets Stadium or at what's the Globe Life Stadium? Is that Globe Life Stadium?
Isn't it like City Life or something like that?
City Life Stadium. You're right. It's some city. Anywho. All-Stars. Oh, talking about the All-Stars. We were talking about this earlier. Do you want to have at least one player from each All-Star team represented in the starting lineup? Or not starting lineup, but that's going to be there at the All-Star game. Do you want to see that as a permanent rule, Artie? Or do you think only the deserving should go?
Each All-Star team or each Major League team?
Each Major League team.
Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, I love that rule. I think it's a great rule.
How do you feel about not only? I thought Max Muncy was a shoo-in, but not only Max Muncy, but how do you feel about the Dodgers getting snubbed and not getting one starting player on the All-Star team?
No dude's hitting 300. I'm okay with it. You know, back in what's his name? Freddie Freeman's. You know, the reigning MVP. Like, I'm okay with it, dude. I really am. It's not. Yeah, man, I'm okay with it. I don't like that rule or I don't like that the fans vote the starting lineup, because I just think the fans, problem is there's too many like heavy like fan bases that like get in there and vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also too, the fan bases are bigger, so you're always gonna see like a lot of Yankees, a lot of like the big market teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'll give you an example, right? Any other year, I'm okay with it, right? But Mike Trout should not be starting All-Star game.
He should not.
And should not be in there. You know what I'm saying? He's hurt. Yes, he's a great player. Like, not a problem. You know what I'm saying? But, like, why, dude? Why? Like, it makes no sense. Now, granted, it's going to get fixed because he can't play in it, and then that'll give the manager an opportunity to move a dude that deserved to be in there, like I don't know, Chris Mullins from I think that's the name. Chris Mullins from Baltimore.
Cedric Mullins,
You know,
actually playing right
Cedric.
now.
I'm sorry. Chris was a basketball player
Yeah.
for the Golden State Warriors
There
back
you
in the day.
go. I knew it was there somewhere.
Yeah. So but yeah, like they'll give them an opportunity, but that's not the point. That's not the point. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like so. I don't know, dude. So I just kind of have a problem with that stuff,
Yeah.
I personally don't like it. I do not like it.
No, sir. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I mean, as a Angel fan, right? I'm obviously happy that Mike Trout got selected once again, but he shouldn't be in the starting lineup. They're gonna replace him, just like you said. I mean, Shohei's there, and I'm happy that he made it. But I mean,
he deserves to be there.
He earned it. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely earned it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, didn't Aaron Judge get in there and vote into the starting lineup too?
Yeah, because remember that
like,
they're not
do
just.
you
They're
have
not
the
just.
list? We should go like let's break down the All-Star.
Because
who made it, who did.
They're not just doing the outfield. Pick 3 outfielders. No, they're doing pick a left fielder, pick a center fielder, pick a right fielder. Like they used to before. It was just like, okay, you got 3 picks for outfield. Pick them. You know what I mean?
You didn't put it in here. I thought you were gonna put it on there.
You know what? I didn't have a chance, and somebody was out golfing today, so they didn't help me do stuff. So, life happens, bro.
Not bad. It's not like you do anything.
Whatever. I was working today, bud, and I'm not on vacation yet. Now I'm on vacation for 3 days, like everybody else does. It's the All-Star game. All-Star. Look at that. I didn't even have to finish typing that. It gave me the All-Star game roster.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yep. Let's see here. At catcher, we got Salvador Perez for the American League.
Yes, deserving.
First base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., obviously. Youngest player to lead in the votes ever. So congrats to him. And we'll get into that a little later. Let's see here. Second base, Marcus Semien, Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm. Very deserving.
Third base, Rafael Devers for the Red Sox.
Very deserving.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts for the Red Sox.
Very deserving. I like it.
In the outfield and center field, Mike Trout. Deserving, but he shouldn't be there.
Not deserving. Why would he be deserving?
He's a perennial all-star.
Why would he be deserving?
Perennial all-star.
What's that got to do with it? Why would he be deserving?
They love him. It is what it is. He's not going to be there. We know he's
an answer.
We know he's not going to be there.
He's waiting to be deserving.
I don't have to give you an answer. I don't have to give you an answer. Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge in right field.
Deserving. Not deserving.
Teoscar Hernandez from the Blue Jays in left field.
I gotta see his numbers. I know he had gotten hot and stuff like that, but I feel like the Toronto Blue Jays, his
stat line is 302, 344, 492 with 11 home runs and 47 RBIs. So he's batting 302. He's got the whip 344 and the OBP 492 with 11 home runs and 47 RBIs. He protects what the heck is it called? He protects Guerrero in the lineup. And the other runner-up, the runner-ups for the AL outfield is Byron Buxton, Michael Brantley, Cedric Mullins, Randall Grichuk, Adolis Garcia, and Alex Verdugo.
Well, I think Garcia is having a very good year. The rookie.
Yeah.
I also think Brantley's having a real good year. He's hitting 345. He doesn't have a lot of tanks. He's only got 16 RBIs. Not 16 RBIs, 16 walks.
Yeah.
He's got 31 RBIs. I don't know, man. But it's like what you said, though. The problem is it's not like the best outfielders anymore. It's the best left fielder.
Right. Best center fielder.
So,
and then on top of that, it's not just that. It's whoever gets voted by the fans.
Right.
Like, if you let the players vote, that would be interesting to let the players choose who goes where.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe at least have an input?
Yeah. I mean, don't they have one for, like, some of the bench spots? I think, don't they get, like, a vote or something like that? That
one, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. I think the outfield is definitely the big problem with the All-Star this year. So all right, so let's go on to the next
I
one.
forgot one position. Designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
It's not a position.
Are you saying he's not?
It's not.
Are you saying that he's not an all-star?
Oh no, I said that's not a position.
Whatever. It says DH. There it is.
Oh yeah, it's not. A position.
The National League, the catcher is Buster Posey.
Yeah, he's having a good year.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
he is. First base, we got Freddie Freeman.
Down year, compared to, but I mean, his power numbers are there. It's just his batting average and on base percentage is not quite where it usually is.
Yeah. Second base, Adam Frazier.
He's having a good year.
Really good
Very
year.
good year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third base, Mr. Nolan Arenado.
Not the typical Nolan year, but he's
Yeah.
an elite defender with solid year. He's having a solid year.
I mean, the two runner-ups were Justin Turner and Chris Bryant. Do you think either one of them?
It could have gone either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. Turner's hitting 290s with close to like 15 home runs probably. So he's in the 290s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd really have to see his numbers. Yeah, man.
At shortstop, we have Fernando Tatis Jr.
296. With
Are you okay with
14 home
Tatis?
runs. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Tatis 12 home runs. Sorry, thought I saw 14. And 40 RBI. It's not bad. Chris Bryant's having a real good year.
Right on. For the
All right.
outfield, we got Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
well on his way to a 30 homer, 30 steal campaign, and perhaps even a 40-40 maybe.
For sure.
Nick Castellanos from the Reds
For sure.
and Jesse
Having a great
Winkler from
year.
the Reds.
Yeah, I could see that too, for sure.
Right on.
Winkler. There's no L in there.
They don't
Yeah,
have
he's
the,
having a very good year too. I don't have too much of a problem with the NL, man. The NL.
yeah,
I
the
don't-
American League outfield is a little head scratcher there.
Yeah, I would say that's really.
I think everybody else is kind of deserving where they're at,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
American,
maybe like you said, first and third over there in the National League, but it's not like, man, what are you thinking? Type of thing.
I mean, Muncy's gonna be there, Turner's gonna be there. They're just not gonna be starters.
Right. I think so too. Especially the manager gets to pick what, like 2-3 bench spots or something like that.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So yeah,
And
I think
your
you're
boy's
right.
gonna go get his guys.
He's going to. I just think it makes it harder for him to get more guys on there. Like I really thought Chris Taylor was the dude that he's gonna get onto the team as an all-star, but I don't see how he does that because he needs to get Turner and fucking Muncy. At least Muncy for sure.
He's fucking smashing right now, bro. He's keeping me in
He
the
is.
fantasy football game.
Fantasy football, man.
Fantasy
He plays
baseball.
football,
Sorry,
yeah.
fantasy baseball. Fantasy football is coming up though.
God, mean.
Let's see
Yeah.
what else we got going on here. A lot of people are saying Shohei should be allowed to hit and pitch in the All-Star game, even if Major League has to bend the rules to make it happen. Given his once in a lifetime season, right? The one for once in a lifetime. I don't, that you get to see this kind of person go out there and play and hit and pitch at the same time. MLB should do everything in its power to have Ohtani pitch and hit in the All-Star game, even if it means changing the rules. Under official league rules, the American League would forfeit the DH if Ohtani starts the game as a pitcher and hits for himself, which he's not going to start fucking the game. Okay, just not going to happen. Or if Ohtani starts at the DH and moves to the mound later in the game, the American League would have a pitcher's spot in the lineup, and he would be the first Japanese-born player to start an All-Star game since Ichiro in 2010. So it's been 11 years since a Japanese-born player has been to the All-Star, has started an All-Star game.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Have you? Do you think he should be allowed to? I mean, the games don't matter the way they used to. You don't decide who has
Right.
home field advantage anymore. There's nothing to gain or lose by having fun with it. Do you think they have fun with it? Do you think they just kind of like look the other way and let it happen, or do you think they're like, nah, dude, you can't do that?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna look the other way with it. Unfortunately, baseball is just so stupid, and Manfred's even stupider.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think they look the other way. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't think they're going to. You think they're going to?
I think this is the perfect opportunity to give the fans what they want to see. And like I said, because the game doesn't matter. Like it's all for fun and games, right? It's all, let's see the best guys out there, go out there and have a good time and play a game, right? Just the guys playing out back in the yard, right? I think they should allow it to happen while allowing the American League to keep that DH spot. But if they don't do it, it'll be such a missed opportunity, I think, for them not to do something like that.
Yeah, I think they'd be missing an opportunity there too.
I mean, you want to put him on the biggest stage possible next to the playoffs and the World Series, which realistically doesn't look like he's going to get there anytime soon with the Angels. This is probably the next best thing to get him, more notoriety throughout not only the nation but the world.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think they do it. But I mean, I would love to see him actually be able to get a chance to do that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully they get creative with it. Maybe they talk about it now that it's official and that he's actually in it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
Technically, it's an exhibition, so why not?
We'll find out next week, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of Ohtani hit on Tuesday night against the Bronx Bombers. He hit not one, but two no-doubters take the MLB lead at home runs with 28. Came back the next day to pitch. However, he got rocked in the first inning and was taken out. Before the game ended, it was delayed twice on account of weather. It was raining like crazy. And the Yankees were up 8-4 going into ninth inning. Well, past the midnight hour. Walsh hit a grand slam to score his second home run of the game, along with a few extra insurance runs. The Angels came out on top and beat the Yankees 11-8. That was a wild one. I know I got your text message the next day. When I woke up, I was like, wait a minute, we won. You don't once you go down 7-0 at the begin, the very beginning of the game, you expect not to win that game, right? Angels came back and won. I mean, the baseball gods saw it fit not to let Ohtani's day in the Bronx go out as a blowout. Tonight, in fact, Ohtani, they're still playing right now, but Ohtani has hit two more, putting him at 30 home runs for the season. Can he keep it up? Can he break the record?
No.
If he hits 50 and wins 10 games with a sub-3 ERA, does he win MVP?
He can.
Do you think he's a lock for it?
I think it was funny. You didn't tell everybody else about how you're running your mouth that day.
I was not. I ran my mouth the day before.
That morning, sir. Or maybe you were the day before.
It was the day before.
And then Shohei came to just crash you.
He crashed and burned.
Broke your heart.
He was tired, man. There's no way he's not tired after
I was tired of hearing you complaining that he was the front runner for the MVP.
Somebody.
And let me tell you, if he would have gotten there, well, I mean, you're the 2.5.
Here's the thing, though.
And,
I think you missed one of my text messages, because in the text message thread that I put on there, I said I also think that right now Vladdy is the number one pick for the MVP. And you kept telling me, Ohtani. I'm like, okay, I get that, bro. I honestly think he has a shot. But right now, if it ended right now, I think Vladdy takes it. He's you said, he's top 5 in all the.
He's up again. Your dude's up right now.
He's up right now.
Chance to win it. Here you go, MVP moment. Drew the walk.
Ooh. I mean, you're not gonna swing at a shitty pitch, right?
No.
Take the walk. You're on base. He's fast. Anything in the gap, he could score.
Yeah.
He can run.
Maybe.
Anywho,
he can run. About in the gap, he score anything.
I was telling you, dude. I was kind of just seeing how you felt, and you were like digging into me with the whole Ohtani not gonna be Vladdy Bear. I'm like, dude, Vladdy is the front.
It's just I just see it hard to keep up with what he's doing. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's amazing. I really, really do. But
yeah.
I just think it's so hard to keep up with what he's doing, man. I mean, look at what happened with the Yankees. Like one bad game pitching, and I feel like he doesn't have enough innings to sustain those kind of numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he had like a 2.0 1.8 ERA, and after that game, it was like a 3.49. Like it jumped up ridiculous. He's gonna have to pitch like almost no like shutouts for the next like 3 times he plays to be able to even bring that number down.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he has a shot. He needs to keep it up. Of course, if he keeps it up, then yes, that's a different story. Can he keep it up?
That's
a whole different story.
It's a big
can
he?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that he can, dude. To be honest, I don't know. I think he could. I don't know, man. He seemed like the real deal with hitting, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, he can stroke.
He's at 30 bombs, bro. 30 bombs.
30 bombs before the All-Star break is nothing to bat
an eye. There's only been a handful of people that have done that,
Yeah.
I mean, probably 2 handfuls now with the roids in there and whatnot. But
say a handful of people that did without the roids.
Yeah. I mean,
he stole second.
I mean, the last time I really saw something like that was Griffey, I think, the last real clean one that I saw.
Yeah.
What happened? They're sending him back? Why?
Oh, he said on the backswing, he Rendon hit the catcher.
Yeah,
Boo. Boo, let's see the replay.
Boo that man.
Oh, come on. It barely tapped him. I call shenanigans on that. It was a good throw. It was I mean, that was right there. I call shenanigans on it. Whatever. We see where who MLB wants to win. That's his fucking stroke all the time. That's his fucking
Orioles? Throw. Yeah, shut the hell up.
East Coast bias, bro. East Coast bias.
The Orioles for sure.
If he gets a base hit right here, I'm going to be pissed because, I mean, I'm going to like it, but I'm going to be pissed because Ohtani could have scored on a base hit. Anywho, speaking of speaking of Vladimir Guerrero, we're going to talk about Senior real quick. He came out and said something about Junior. He said to him, "When you were a little kid, you used to go with me to all the All-Star games. Today, you become the youngest player ever to lead the MLB in All-Star voting. I'm a proud
Why
dad."
didn't you, sir?
Huh?
Nope.
No, I'm just looking. Man, you're throwing me off here.
Sorry about that.
Vladdy Jr. has been doing some amazing things on the field. He's top 5 in all hitting categories so far this year. He is one of, if not the favorite, to win the MVP in the fall. He is currently second in home runs, second in RBIs, third in average, first in OPS.
RBIs?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know, but he's second. I know that because I took it right off the thing. I forget who was first. Along with we're getting the most overall fan votes in the All-Star game, or for the All-Star game. Ohtani's still in that bag regardless, and he got hit in the face. Come on, man, don't hit him in the face. Vlad, I mean, what do you think about? I mean, isn't that interesting? And Vladdy posted a picture of when he was at one of the All-Star games. And baby Vlad, or I don't say baby Vladdy, but Vladdy Jr. was right there with his glove, all excited or this and that. Like, it's pretty awesome that his dad is able to see him.
Shut your pie hole with getting hit in the face. Just trying to put the tag on there, guy.
I'm not saying he didn't.
Just went up. But you're over here. You're such an Angels fan.
Guy.
Oh man, listen here, Chris Paul. Didn't look that bad. Little flopper.
Did you even listen to anything I just said?
Your shenanigans always throws me off, dude. So
did you not just hear what I said? I'm talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Senior. Senior being so proud of Junior.
I thought that was real cool. I thought that was real cool that he also that he's the youngest player ever to like get that many votes and stuff like that. Like I thought that was cool. I did not know that type of thing. Very, very cool. I mean,
he's heading in the right direction. I tell you what. There's Walsh.
Here
we go. Bang, play. Will Ohtani make it? Safe!
Oh, man. They should have
the Angels win. Look at him. Yeah!
They should not have tagged his leg like that. I don't appreciate that.
I don't appreciate it either.
Appreciate. Yeah.
Hey, we got to win. It is what it is. That's a walk-off win. That's a second walk-off win for Walsh. At third. Oh, no, second. The one in the Bronx just tied the game. They're going to take a look at it to make sure, but it looks like game over, baby. Speaking of game over, right? Bauer, have you heard all the stuff going on with him? He's been accused of domestic violence by an online acquaintance who, according to Bauer, had a rough consensual sexual relations. The league has come out and said that it is investigating the situation. Many photos have come out of the lady in question. They have not really released a name, and I don't want to throw her name out there.
You know her name?
Yeah, they have. She didn't post her name out, but the lawyer threw her name out, so everybody knows who she is.
Okay.
But she was like, "I'm not gonna say my name, whatever." So we're gonna keep that in place. We're not gonna say her name or anything like that. So, but she has posted a lot of pictures that do not look good for Bauer. Bauer would definitely be in for some jail time, and MLB today placed Bauer on a 7-day administrative leave, albeit paid administrative leave, but 7-day administrative leave.
Right.
What do you think?
Found that interesting. I mean, it's one of the let it play out, innocent to proven guilty type of thing. You know, the lawyers are basically saying that that look, hey, this was consensual. She was asking for him to do that stuff, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh damn, I have not seen all the pictures or anything like that. But I mean,
I saw some of the photos, and it just, if it was consensual and she wanted it, you know, rough as they say, then okay. But if not, it doesn't look good. I'll tell you that much.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's got some bruising. She's got some cuts. She's got some things, dude. Like,
damn.
At one point, she said that he was choking her while they were having sex, and she lost consciousness and woke up, and he was still having sex with her. She was kind of like, "What's going on?" And he was still just having sex with her. According to Bauer, it was all consensual. They agreed to what was going to happen that day. This was the second time they'd gotten together. They'd gotten together once earlier in the year, like January, February timeframe. And it was the second time they got together. She had pictures. She went to the hospital afterward. Apparently, he penetrated her, the back door, without her consent. His I don't want to say manager, but his agent, Luba.
Yeah.
Came out and in defense of him and said that she's privy to a lot of information that isn't out there right now because of the investigation, and she says adamantly she knows that that he will be proven innocent and that these allegations will be thrown out in the end. A lot of people, a lot of females are coming out and castrating her because, you know, she as a female is coming out there and supporting her client, who is a male who is being accused of abusing a female for non-consensual sexual relations.
Right. Allegedly. Right.
Allegedly. As a guy, I mean, I have no say in that one. I don't know.
Right.
Like you said, we gotta wait and see how it all plays out, and then we'll make our decisions from there. I can't say that she's right, or I can't say that he's right, or who's wrong, or whatever, because we don't know the situation. We don't know everything. We don't know all the details. We will when it happens, but until then, I mean, it is what it is at that point, man. Where do you fall on all this, dude? I know Bauer's over there.
I'm with you. I want to see how it all plays out, because I'm always very skeptical about some of that stuff, because I feel like girls could drag dudes through the mud.
Yeah. And
nothing happens to them if they're lying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, I also believe that a lot of these professional athletes, they get these girls thrown at them, so they're just used to having the normal sexual kind of relations, you know, and then they kind of get bored with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of wow, what else can we do? What else can we do? And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where they start running into these issues, man. They're like, oh man, yeah, this dude wanted to start doing something rougher. The girl approached him like, hey, I'm down for this, I'm down for that, but then maybe crosses the line or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, obviously, if nothing's consensual, then there's a big issue there. Yeah. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or about it. If it's consensual, then you're like, I think it's still an issue where, like, man, like, why would you want to put yourself in that kind of bad situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're a professional athlete, dude. Like, why would you want to put yourself in that kind of situation? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to be in. For anybody at that point, right? If you meet somebody online and you guys start talking for whatever reason, this and that, You know, and I tell my son this all the time. If and when this ever happens, like you have consensual relations with a girl, at any point in time, she could say no, stop, and you have to absolutely just stop and say, I'm sorry, get away from that situation, and be done with it. Like, it is what it is. Be smart. Don't do anything stupid. It's not worth, you know, getting thrown in jail. It's not worth, you know, the accusations. It's not worth that stigma of having that follow you for the rest of your life. Just say no. You know, some of these athletes or celebrities, that line gets a little blurred because they don't really get to deal with normal people all the time. To them, it's like, all right, cool. You want to party? Let's party. You know what I mean? Right. But it's a difficult situation. I hope that the truth is actually found and brought to light. I hope this isn't a cash grab kind of thing where the girl, you know, she agreed to do something, you know, consensual, and then afterwards said no, I didn't want to do that actually, and she's just trying to get money. Like I'm hoping that that's not the case. I hope that's not the situation. I also hope that there is some middle ground. I don't know, man. It's a tough situation to be in.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. Definitely think it's a tough one.
It is.
It's definitely a tough one.
So I don't even know how to segue from that topic into the next thing. So we're just gonna go into the next topic, which is some more sticky situations. Mariners pitcher Hector Santiago, also former Angel pitcher, was the first victim of getting ejected and suspended from a game and given the 10-day suspension with pay after the home plate umpire said he felt something in Santiago's glove was too sticky. No other information has come out as of now. What would the consequences be if MLB is found to eject a player who wasn't found later on after the investigation to have done anything wrong? No foul play would have been found. I haven't heard anything. Like if an umpire says, okay, man, this doesn't feel right, and they go and find out, yeah, it was just rosin. If they test the shit or however they're gonna do this shit, like what is the recourse that players have against, you know, MLB for getting told you're getting kicked out of the game and you get a 10-day suspension? Other than obviously fighting it, which Santiago is doing. Santiago is fighting it, so he's not suspended just yet. But what happens if they're found, okay, that was just rosin and like sunscreen or rosin and sweat? Like there's nothing else on there that isn't supposed to be on there. Like what's the recourse do you think the players are going to have?
They're not. They're going to be like, oh, sorry.
That's a
Can I do
fucking,
that?
It's a double-edged sword, man. You're getting fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't.
Right. Yeah. Again, getting thrown under the bus, man. Like, I don't like that stuff, you know.
Ridiculous. There has to be. I mean, somebody. I think the MLBPA is going to have to come out at the end of the season and be like, all right, if you guys want to keep doing this, that's fine. However, if it's found that somebody needs to get fined or somebody needs to get apologized to, or I don't know, dude. Something's got to happen there because it's all one-sided towards the MLB. Because what happens if for one umpire it's sticky, but for another one it's all right?
Right.
It's all subjective.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what if the umpire has got a chip on his shoulder for a team, and any little thing's gonna set him off? Hello, fucking Hernandez.
Yeah.
So I mean, what? There's got to be some sort of checks and balances there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know that there is, but I think that this might be played in that scenario. Did you see that spin rate is down like 69% across the league? Across the board, yeah, the league.
Yeah.
That's mean.
What was his name? Garrett Richards, from a pitcher for the Red Sox, also former Angel. He came out in an interview. Obviously, the Red Sox players bailed him out there, and they were able to get that win, his last game. But he came out after the game, and he legitimately during the interview was like, I'm learning how to pitch in a new way now. Like my breaking ball, like it's the first time I've ever thrown it this way. My fastball is the first time I've ever thrown it this way. So he's not saying, hey man, like I used I used.
Stop it.
These
Stop
are his
it.
words.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't believe it. That is shenanigans, sir. You're telling me at no point in your life you've thrown the fastball like that. Oh my God, look, a baseball, a hand. You throw it. You don't have anything on your hand. This is the first time I've ever done this in my whole life.
Since he was like 5 years old.
Yeah. Shut up, dude.
But a lot of the people were saying about that. They were like, "Well, you're basically saying that you've been cheating this whole time, or you've been using it because you're saying that like, oh, the fastball doesn't feel right. I'm learning how to rethrow it. My breaking, my changeup doesn't feel right. I'm learning how to throw it again. Like, okay, obviously." Okay, you're not playing to the right situation here, bud. You're basically throwing yourself under the bus. Talk about people getting thrown under the bus. He's throwing himself. He's diving under that motherfucker himself, going, "Roll me over, roll me over."
Right. Seriously. Yeah, man, for sure. Like, back it up, back it up.
Let's see here. Another guy whose RPMs have dropped about 100. Aroldis Chapman, he had a rough ending to June with that Jared Walsh grand slam we were talking about on Wednesday. It was the first home run he's allowed since on his slider this whole season. However, the pitch has been significantly down, like I said, 100 RPMs or revolutions per minute since the sticky stuff crackdown, as they say. How many more pitchers are becoming hittable this season? Chapman still throws 102 with the fastball, and I mean, I would hope that he has enough of a grip with that rosin to throw 102, 103 miles an hour, because I'd be scared shitless if I was in the batter's box and this dude's throwing 104, but he can't hold on to the ball.
Yeah. I mean, Garrett Cole is a big one, right?
Yeah.
He's a big one that
he went from all-star to, oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see who else, like you said, who else is out there and whose numbers are really down. But I know, like, they're talking about like some of these hitters are doing a lot better now since since this happened. So like one dude that I know that someone pointed out was no, I didn't know, but Joey Gallo from Texas. They're like, oh, all of a sudden Joey Gallo's doing a lot better now that they cut down on this and that they cut down on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
hey, did you ever find out what happened with Josh Donaldson and the pitcher from the White Sox?
No. All I know is that he's in the news again because one of the oh no, I think it's the same thing that we're talking about. It might be the same thing. Maybe I do know what we're talking about. Donaldson hit a home run and he was on the way back. He was yelling at the clubhouse, or not the clubhouse, but the dugout. He was yelling at him, "It's not spinning. There's no spin. We got this. We got this."
Oh, really?
And the pitcher and the catcher were not happy about that. They were like, "Bro, how are you gonna say that shit?" And he just kind of walked away. He pipped it out and kept walking to the dugout. But he was saying like, "There's no spin. There's no spin. It's time to win." Like, yeah, I may be paraphrasing a little bit on that back end, but he did come out and say like, "There's no spin on it. You can hit it."
Right.
And the pitcher and the catcher were not happy about that when he was coming in to do that. So Donaldson's out there. He's putting himself out. He's throwing shade left and right. Like, oh, all of a sudden you can't throw a ball.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that, and I like it.
I mean,
it ain't spinning. We winning.
It ain't spinning. We winning. That's how everybody who faces Garrett Cole and the Yankees right now, they're like, hey, it ain't spinning, so we winning. So here we go. It's interesting, dude. It's crazy how the tables have turned with so many of these really good pitchers, or quote-unquote really good pitchers. We had two more almost no-hitters. One went into the 7th and one went into the 8th, I believe, the other day. And, I mean, no-namers again. Yeah. But, it didn't go all – they didn't make it. They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. They didn't have the juice.
They didn't have the
stickiness.
There it is. Speaking of batters, though, who are making some noise right now, Nolan Arenado received a standing ovation on his first game back at Coors Field. It took him a minute to get back into the box. He definitely felt the love from the Rockies fans and was moved by the crowd's reaction. He walked up there The catcher went over there. He gave him a quick little hug, and the catcher, kind of like how Yachty did for Pujols, he walked in front of the plate and kind of like, told him like, "Hey, take your curtain call." And he got out of the batter's box, took off his helmet, waved at the fans, put his hand over his heart, and everybody was cheering him. The whole stadium was standing up for him. And he took a step back and he put his helmet back on, and you could see that he was actually extremely moved by the gesture, dude. And it took him legitimately a few moments to be able to get back into the batter's box to try and get in there and hit a ball. But I think that was pretty cool of the Rockies fans to do that for Arenado. He did so much. They had a special tribute video for him, the whole 9 yards for that game. I think yesterday. Wow. I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. George, my buddy George is over there in Colorado watching those games going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get there for yesterday's game.
It would have been great to be able to ask him like, hey, so how was the game? How was the situation? How was the crowd when he came up? I mean, it is what it is. We can't always get everybody in the right time and the right place.
Right.
Right. The Arizona Diamondbacks have broken a record, sir.
Uh-oh.
The Arizona Diamondbacks had a modern-day MLB worst record of 3-24 in the month of June. They have also lost 47 of their last 54 games and are now 1-0 in July, however, beating the Giants 5-3 yesterday. I'm not sure who won today, if they had an off day or what's going on.
I saw they were losing. No, they're losing.
Oh, there you go. Now they're 1-1. They're 500 in July, but they broke an MLB record for worst record in a month, which was 3-24 in June. Diamondbacks are definitely going to be sellers, but I don't think they're going to sell Marte. I'll tell you that much. Everybody's saying Marte to be the big one to get the best return, but they're saying no, they're not going to let him go.
Interesting.
You're right.
Wonder why not?
They want to build a team around him, from what I hear.
Angels can use another hitter.
We need another pitcher. Dylan Bundy got mandated to the bullpen, but Jaime Barria took his spot in the rotation. That's not a surprise.
Star. He was our ace.
He was the chosen one. No, I said it from the beginning.
Sometimes the chosen ones let you down, huh, Brent?
They let you down.
Sometimes they ain't what you think they are.
That's why Ohtani got lit up for 7 runs in the first inning in Yankee Stadium.
No. Oh, yeah.
The Angels still won, though. Angels still won.
Yep.
2 rain delays later. Huh?
Did you get credit for the win?
No. But the Angels did, and it's a team sport, motherfucker. It's a team sport.
How is that team doing, by the way?
Terribly. We're still in third.
Third?
Fourth. Sorry. Fourth.
Fourth. That's all.
Only the Rangers are worse than us.
Yeah. Rangers are one of the worst teams in baseball, no?
They are the second worst team in baseball. They're the third worst team in baseball. It's the Diamondbacks, the Pirates, the Rangers, and then everybody else.
Okay. That's funny.
You know who turned out to be a little human this week?
Who?
Jacob deGrom.
Oh, he gave up 300 runs, right?
He finally allowed someone to score. Austin Riley homered off of Jacob deGrom on Thursday night. He allowed 3 runs in a game in which ballooned his ERA to just over 1. If you don't know who the front runner is right now for the NL Cy Young and possibly NL MVP, you must be living under a rock, because this guy is on fire. And there were some allegations about him using the sticky stuff, and everybody on his team was like, oh, hell nah. This dude is just fire, bro. Like, don't be mad because you can't hit him. He's just fire. And his spin rate didn't. I know, don't be hating. His spin rate hasn't dropped. His obviously his ERA went up a tick. 3 runs allowed in the 15 games that he started now. Like, he's doing things that we haven't seen since Koufax, since we haven't seen in prime fucking
Martinez, maybe Randy Johnson.
Oh, it's fucking Johnson, bro. It's some good. Kershaw's even had some pretty damn good years too, but not that low of an ERA, but still.
Wow. Yeah, maybe not that low. I don't know what Kershaw's lowest ERA was, but you know what? Kershaw's ERA for his career is under 3, right?
That's fucking amazing, actually, for how long he's been
Right?
playing.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think Kershaw's going to play?
It's hard to tell, man. He's turned into a different pitcher, though. You know, he's no longer that blow it by you and dominant. Although he still gets a lot of strikeouts, but not like just pound away that strike zone. He kind of finesses it a lot more now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Finesse left-handed pitchers they usually could last for a while. You know?
That's why you always want that left-handed pitcher.
Yeah. The Angels have Quintana, right?
Dude, why you got to do that to me? I mean, okay,
No.
time out.
Below the belt.
They moved. It was a below the belt punch. However, since moving to the pen, he's actually been doing a lot better. They're coming out of the bullpen. He pitches like 1 inning or 2 innings, and that's it. But other than that, I mean, him starting was just a terrible fucking move. Bundy came in yesterday out of the pen to help finish off the game. He did really well. That he's been now relegated to the pen. The two big guys right there. I mean, I'm still excited for Cobb. Cobb has been doing really well for the Angels. So I'm a happy camper when it comes to the Cobby. He's the corn on my cob, if you know what I'm saying.
Put the top on your corn.
No mayo. I don't want mayo. Put chile on there and some lemon. We're good to go. No mayo.
That's funny.
All right, man. I mean, that's all I have written down. I mean, do you got anything else that off the top of your head?
Nah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you on over the weekend.
Don't lie, dude. You're excited
yeah,
to see.
man.
You're excited to see the Benny boy.
Yeah, I am. I love those cheekies and those Thursday lives, you know. But we really are looking forward to it, you know, and all that good stuff. And it's been fun. I secretly am rooting for Shohei to win that MVP. I'd like to see him do a whole season of what he's doing, you know, even if it's in the 3 ERAs. Let me tell you, if he keeps his ERA in the low 3s and hits 50 bombs, he's got a realistic shot of winning that MVP, dude. It doesn't even have to be in the 2s, because he's not going to be in the 2s. I mean, he's a good pitcher, but I just don't see him being in the 2s, you know?
I think low 3s. He's still got a really
but
good
low
shot.
3s is possible, and he's going to need to get 10 wins, so I don't see him under 10 wins. And yeah, but I don't think he gets 60 home runs. I mean, is it possible? Sure. I think he has a realistic shot at 50. I challenge you. Who's the last Angel to hit 50 home runs? Has any Angel ever hit 50 home runs?
I'm gonna go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna. Go,
I want to say no, dude. I want to say Troy Gloss has the team record.
That's
with
who I was gonna
47.
say is Troy Gloss.
Yeah, I want to say he has 47, and I believe it's a major league third baseman record too. But I believe it's 47, the most he had. But yeah,
Troy
man.
Gloss. Troy Gloss would definitely have been my guess there. I don't see anybody else that would have gotten close to it. GA was never a big power hitter. He did have a couple years where he was hitting 30, 35, but he was more of a RBI guy. He was hitting doubles, singles, stuff down the line and stuff like that.
He's a power guy though.
He was more of a slap, not a slappy, but more slappy than he was home run. Yeah, gap to gap. That was him. He was a gap to gap guy. Honestly, man, Gloss was my guy. That's who I was gonna say.
Yeah. So I don't think so. He might be the first Angel to ever hit 50 bombs. You know,
that'd be dope.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice accomplishment.
I'm down with that, man. I'd like to see it happen. Somebody hit 50.
Yeah.
Not Trout, right?
And especially if the Blue Jays end up slipping into like third place, man. You know, third and fourth place. Well, they are in third. Wait, I take that back. But they slip into like fourth place. You know. Then unless Vladdy wins the Triple Crown, you know, I mean, it becomes of like who had the better year. And
I had so many people post because I went on there, right? Somebody posted online in one of our forums, and they were like, "Who do you think? Do you think Ohtani wins the MVP outright?" And I was like, "If Vladdy wins the Triple Crown, there's no way. No matter what Ohtani does, he has to break the home run record and have a sub-2 ERA to beat Vladdy if Vladdy gets the Triple Crown." And everybody's like, "Oh, it's such an antiquated thing, and there's no really such thing as a Triple Crown." I'm like, you obviously don't know nothing, Because if you win the Triple Crown, there's the last guy to win the Triple Crown won the MVP. And Trout had an amazing season. Trout had an amazing season that year, and even so, the Triple Crown won the MVP. It's a different type of accolade when you win the Triple Crown. And if Vladdy Jr. wins the Triple Crown, I don't care what. I mean, Ohtani's got to hit 60, and he's got to have a 2.5 ERA with at least 10 wins. You know what I mean? Other than that, right. Then I honestly don't. I don't see Ohtani, or I don't see a way that Ohtani wins with Vladdy winning the Triple Crown.
Right. Yeah. I'll see that either.
If Vladdy
but we'll see, dude. It's a long season, man.
We got. We're not even halfway yet. Ohtani's in route after tonight. He's en route to hit 62 home runs. Is he going to hit 62? God, I hope so. But realistically, as the season drags on, I don't see it happening. I think he's got a better shot at 50 than he does at 60.
Yeah, 50 for sure. I think he has a realistic shot. It's just you just don't know because he's never played a full year, so you don't know if he's gonna keep up. You know?
Yeah. But you saw the fatigue kick in against the Yankees when he got lit up. I mean, he got an off day yesterday, just on a whim because of the weather. They delayed the game for another. They postponed the game for another day. And he had the travel day back to Anaheim, and he did really well today. So maybe he's got to take an extra day or two off to be able to stay healthy the whole way. But he definitely has a shot, man. He definitely has a shot. Anything else, Papa? Papi Chulo?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, man.
Hoping that he, like I said, cheering for you, buddy. Cheering for you.
Me too. Believe me. All right, man. Well, I can't wait to see you in a couple days. We're gonna be hanging out and having some cold ones. I got a present for you that we're gonna have some good times with. And yeah, man. Everybody, happy 4th of July. Hey, you guys, please be safe. If you're gonna shoot off some fireworks, please be safe when you do them. Don't be drinking. Don't be doing anything stupid. Don't shoot off anything illegal in the wrong places. Pay attention to the trees around you. Pay attention to the shrubbery around you. If things are too dry, make sure you guys have water. Make sure you guys have a bucket of water at least. Make sure you guys are taking the precautions you need to take. A lot of places in California especially, they're illegal now to shoot your own fireworks. Go watch a show. Go have a good time. I know from living in this world that no matter how illegal they are, they're still going to get shot off at. Just be safe. Be careful. We don't want anybody losing a hand. We don't want anybody losing an eye, a life, a house, whatever, because somebody was being stupid. If you're shooting out the fireworks, don't drink, don't do anything stupid. Artie, let's hear that goodbye, baby.
Yeah, let's be safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your mask, take that shot if you want it. And like Brent said, be safe out there. Think of the dogs, the animals too. I know a lot of people don't think about that.
And the veterans.
They get really terrified, Yeah, and the veterans too, right? I got to hug Brent extra tight.
Oh, he better.
This guy gets all nervous,
If you don't hug me tight, I'm going to be upset.
But yeah, seriously though, keep in mind, the people around you, your surroundings. So be safe out there. I hope you guys have a good time, and catch you guys next week.
All right, guys, like Artie said, you guys be safe. We love you all. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for listening once again. Thank you to everybody listening to us across the nation and across the world. Everybody, India, Croatia, England, Germany, Colorado, Southern California, Texas, New York, everybody that's listening to us, we do appreciate every single person out there for listening to us and hanging out with us on the weekends or whenever you guys do listen to the show. Don't forget to check out our new Twitch channel. We're going to be playing there maybe once a week, twice a week, playing some MLB The Show, and then when NFL Madden comes out, we'll be playing some of that as well. Artie, I love you, man. I'll see you on Sunday. By the way, big shout out to my big boy Huerta. Happy birthday, brother. It's your birthday today. I hope you're having a great time out in Vegas. Be safe, brother.